Have you ever had someone at school who wasn't exactly a bully but always seemed to make things uncomfortable? That's how Ethan felt about Jake. Ethan was in 5th grade and loved soccer. Every day during recess, he grabbed his ball and headed straight to the field. Playing soccer was his favorite part of the school day. Jake was also part of the group that played soccer. He liked being funny and getting attention from other students. The problem was that many of his jokes were at someone else's expense. Whenever Ethan joined a game, Jake would say things like, "Great, Ethan's on our team. Now we really need luck." A few students would laugh. Most didn't mean anything by it, but hearing comments like that over and over again wasn't pleasant. Ethan usually ignored it and focused on playing. He told himself it wasn't a big deal, but after a while, it started bothering him more than he wanted to admit. One afternoon, after recess, Ethan left his soccer ball near the field while he went to get some water. When he came back, Jake kicked the ball over the fence. "Looks like you'll be getting some extra exercise today," Jake joked. A few students laughed. Ethan climbed around the fence, picked up the ball, and returned to class without saying much. That evening, while working on homework, he told his older sister about what had been happening. She listened carefully. "Have you talked to a teacher?" she asked. Ethan shook his head. "No, I don't want to make a big deal out of it." His sister nodded. "I understand, but talking to a teacher doesn't mean you're making a big deal out of it. Sometimes adults can help before a small problem turns into a bigger one." Ethan thought about her advice. The next day during lunch, he was sitting with Mia and a few classmates when the topic came up again. This time, he decided to tell them about Jake's comments. To his surprise, several students had similar stories. "He teases me about my glasses sometimes," one student said. "He always has something to say about everyone," another added. Mia suggested they talk to Mrs. Carter together. After lunch, the group met with their teacher and explained what had been happening. Mrs. Carter thanked them for speaking honestly. She told them that everyone deserves to feel comfortable at school and that she would pay closer attention to what was going on. Over the next few weeks, she spent more time watching recess activities. She also had a few classroom discussions about respect, teamwork, and treating people kindly. The conversations were simple, but they made students think about how their words affected others. One day during soccer, Jake made another joke about Ethan. Before Ethan could react, Mia said, "Let's just focus on the game." Another student agreed. "Yeah, we're here to play soccer." Nobody laughed at Jake's comment. The game continued as normal. For the first time, Ethan noticed something different. When nobody paid attention to the joke, Jake quickly moved on. As the weeks passed, the teasing happened less often. Jake seemed to realize that students were more interested in playing and having fun than listening to comments about other people. Near the end of the school year, Ethan was packing up after soccer practice when Jake walked over. "Hey," he said. Ethan looked up. Jake seemed a little uncomfortable. "I wanted to say sorry for some of the things I said this year." Ethan wasn't expecting that. "Thanks," he replied. The conversation only lasted a few seconds, but it was enough. The two boys didn't become close friends, but they got along much better after that. Looking back, Ethan learned something useful. Ignoring a problem doesn't always make it disappear. Sometimes talking to trusted friends or adults can help. After that, whenever Ethan noticed someone sitting alone or being teased, he made an effort to include them in a game or start a conversation. He knew from experience that even a little support can make someone's day better. And sometimes, making school a better place starts with something as simple as speaking up and looking out for one another.